Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, Aria. Hello, hi, hi. We're back to Upside Down. I'm still unsure which one is better, but instead of thinking about it too hard, I'm like, you know what? Let's just start streaming. How are you doing today? Today we are, let's just get into it, I guess. We're starting off with, and really only drinking, Yokohama no Machi, which is a exclusive tea, if I recall correctly, to the Yokohama part of Japan. So, this tea, as far as I know, you cannot get it officially online. I'm sure there might be resellers of it, but yeah. Is it upside down for you guys too? Oh, that's right. I have to have it towards me. I see. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. We're having Yokohama no Machi, which is a tea that you can only get in Yokohama, Japan, unless you buy it from a reseller. I've gone ahead and brewed the tea in advance, but yeah, this is a quick little lunchtime tea session, so let's just get into it. Just in time for your lunch. It's just in time for the end of my lunch break that I'm taking a little bit longer so we can stream. Wow, imagine that. Welcome in. Music is a bit loud. That's crazy, because I actually turned it down to 7%. What if I do this? What about now? It's at 2%. I don't think I can go any lower than that. Okay, because it was too loud. This tea, Yokohama only. You could probably get it online. It'll be a scam, but it's a good tea. So if you can get your hands on it at a good price, recommend. Yeah, I already went ahead and made the tea in advance. I have not talked like at all today. I've been very like low social battery at work, keeping it nice and charged up for you guys. But yeah, the name of it is, we're gonna also do the usual thing, our little paper with the notes. Welcome in, Falco. How are you doing today? How was work? Yokohama. No. Machi. I think it just means the town of Yokohama is what they named this tea. It's very cute, and like I love the packaging on it. You guys can't see it right now, but the packaging with all the like the little Japanese style art, super cute. I love it. I think that's like the main reason I bought it. Like I remember the ingredient list looked yummy and everything, but this brand, Lupicia, they just have a lot of good teas, so I don't think you can really go wrong buying any tea in particular from them. But this one, it just had that like exclusive energy and the pretty art, so I was like, you know what, that's the one for me. I don't remember the ingredient list. I'll have to look it up offline and fill out the information later. But oh, this tea was like $15. I don't remember. I'm gonna put 15. I don't remember the exact yen amount and then the US to yen conversion. Work was meh. I'm glad to finish my shift. I'm glad to hear your shift is over. That's like the most important thing. Instead of asking how work went, then let's ask, how's your end of shift going? Like, have you done anything fun today, or are you just relaxing and taking it easy? That's a cute tin for knickknacks and trinkets. I think the same kind of thing, Aria. The problem is, I kept thinking, that's a cute tin. That's a cute tin. That's a cute tin. I had an entire shelf, like 2 shelves in my closet that were just tins, and I'm like, I have more tins and no trinkets and knickknacks. What am I supposed? I can't put my tins in the tins. They don't fit. Because this tin is too wide. This tin is too deep, and it became a tragedy. Okay, listen. People like to say, "What's a tragedy?" That's not actually that sad. People like to say the Titanic was the saddest. The Titanic was sad, but people say the Titanic was the saddest thing of all time. I would disagree and say my tin collection and my inability to put trinkets and knickknacks in it was the saddest event of the 21st century, and I'm sure it's competing with the Titanic. Okay. The packaging is so pretty, but the collection built up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my god. Don't even get me started on the tea collection. It's a green tea. The tea weight. I did like 4 teaspoons actually, yeah. I'm almost out of this tea, to be honest, so I'm kind of like sad about that. I'll have to go back and get some more. 80 years from now, someone will inherit Taiyou. No, I threw them away. I threw them away. H2O volume, 1 pot. Temperature as usual, boiling. Brew time. I did not brew it for that long, to be honest, because I knew this one's a bit stronger. It was like a 4-minute brew. And then steep number 1. Notes. You guys can kind of see. Let me zoom in a little more for you guys. I have changed the camera setup a few times since we last did one of these, so I apologize if it's not like perfectly set up the way it used to be. Okay, this is like as visible as it's gonna get for now. Can only get in Yokohama JP. Yep, get that. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do the first pour. I'm using my little soju glass thing because I do not want to drink it too quick. Welcome in, Halen. I need a guide on how to do the tea I purchased. I never had tea like that before. You've never had tea in sachets? Or did you buy... It was tea in sachets, right? It's not loose leaf. I believe it should be 20 sachets. Unless you mean you've never had, like, a jasmine tea or a green tea before. How'd your day go, Halen? How is it going? But yeah, you boil water separately from the mug or the glass, typically. You can technically put it in the microwave. People get mad at me when I suggest that, but I think the pearls... What? Shouldn't it be pearls in a sachet? Well, you could also put it in like a strainer, and then you put a mug of boiling water down, and then you steep the pearls in the boiling water for 4 to 5 minutes, and then you take it out. I'm mostly team loose tea leaves, yes. That is the way to get the best quality tea, for sure. It's like that, but I was wondering if it needs a different technique. If it does, I will be leading you astray by telling you I don't think so. If it does, I do not do it any differently. Oh my god, this tea is so good. I like never sweeten this one in particular because the like fruit and I don't know, I don't want to say that there's like a nut undertone to this, but it definitely has a fruit, like I want to say it's almost like pear. I have to look up the exact ingredient list because I don't remember off the top of my head, but the fruits for sure sweeten it enough that you don't need sweetener in it. And be it solidly, okay? I understand that everybody has things come up in life, so by no means is it ever an obligation to catch every stream. It's nice that you can make it this time though. So, it's got jasmine flowers, saffron, I think, marigold, green tea. I could have sworn this has like a fruit kind of taste to it too. I could have sworn when I read online what's in it, there's a fruit, but I can't read the kanji for fruit. Asora, 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 welcome in, how you doing? I think you should be done with work now, right? How was work? Grew up with everyone around me drinking boiled loose leaves around 6 times a day? Okay, let me put it this way. If I could drink boiling tea, I'm sure I would drink that much tea. The problem is, thinking. When it's hot, for me, I have to let it cool down. That means I spend more time per cup. This is me illustrating the passage of time. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, I have to wait for the tea to get hot, and then it gets cold, and then it gets hot, and then it gets cold. That takes time. That eats into my amount of tea I can drink per day. If it weren't for that, I would be insano in the membrano drinking more tea. I blame hot tea, okay? Tea should be, I think it's messed up, okay? That God looked down in this world and said, you can only make tea if it's hot. Well, that's not true, but like, you primarily only make tea if it's hot. That's not fair. That is the incorrect way to drink tea. Tea should be cold. It should be able to cool you down inside, not set you ablaze. I mean, I guess you might want to be set ablaze on some days, but I don't. I don't. And listen, as the leader of the world, I think I have good reason to say what I say goes. You're on your day off, Did you do anything fun today besides having tea with me, which is quite frankly the most fun thing you could possibly do, in my opinion. Strawberry tea sounds so yummy. I love this tea. I love this tea. Okay. Let me sniff the tea. So if you guys want to see, you can see the loose leaf I used for the tea right here. Yeah, there was definitely like big piece. I think it was marigold, but like there were huge pieces of this one particular flower in the tea leaves, which was really nice to see. Sniffer. Oh, it's pretty good. You never prepare it in big quantities and store it? Only for stream. Well, I only have like this teapot and the Snoopy teapot. These are the biggest quantities we have. These are the biggest quantities that we can store at any time, so you guys see how much tea I can store at any given moment. I'm happy I ordered a tea and it arrived today after work. Which tea was it? I want to know, Oshiete, oshiete. Donnacha kaemashita desu ka? Right, the aroma, it's not super strong. Let me smell the actual package. Oh my god, I remember I was like, we're gonna drink tea so fast today. Gotta be quick because I got work and I'm here yapping, I'm here babbling. But you guys wouldn't have it any other way, I suppose. The passage of time sounds like a cool passive stat. No! I want the opposite. Oh my god, I wish you guys could smell inside of this. It smells so good. It's not strong, but it is sweet and it is floral. This is what, listen. If I could make like a cologne or a perfume, I would want it to smell kind of like this, to be honest. I want to smell kind of like this, to be honest, just passively. I want my passive stat to be I smell like tea. That's gonna be my passive anyway. The aroma's like a 2. It's a good aroma, but it's not a strong aroma. You guys can tell as I'm starting to talk more and more, I have not talked today. I have been storing all my little yip yaps for you guys. You guys are getting the full experience right now. Shit. That was me moving the chair. Yep. Let me go ahead and grab a coaster because I'm definitely spilling the tea on the teapot, but not on the teacup itself. Okay, so the aroma is a 2. Let me take another sip so I can keep getting more stats out of this. There is a slight, like, bitterness to it. I think it's definitely because they have no sweetener in it. But you can definitely tell that there's, like, a tartness to it, if you will. Tart, maybe not. I think it's actually just bitter. I think it just has, like, that bitterness of some Japanese green teas. So for the tannic stat... Oh, and it definitely has an aftertaste, too. So the finish... it's not, like, a supreme... No, that's actually pretty... it's strong and then it tapers out. I'll give it a 3 because it's definitely lasting for a lot longer than some of the other teas. The bitterness of it though, let's give it like a 2. It's not the strongest thing in the world, but when you notice it, you notice it. Aloha everyone. Aloha ibi. You guys are lucky. You're lucky it's not Twitch, and you're lucky I can't add freaky as an emote on YouTube. Because if I could, I love that tea. I do like cherry blossom tea. But I love that freaky emote that I've been spamming on Discord. It is so good. This is a very smooth tea. I think because it's primarily florals and green tea, it is much more smooth than some of the black teas we've had. It does not have very much body, to be honest. It just super smooth, low body. The balance of it, is that like the ratio of body to smoothness? I would say it's pretty balanced in that regard. Yeah, I don't think it's like... Do you give it more points if it's balanced and less points if it's not? I don't really understand the balance stat. I'll give it 2 points because that's halfway and I think it's perfectly balanced. So that makes sense to me. I don't think this tea is very woody. I mean, you could argue that some of the florals have like a woody undertone along with the green tea. I hope your vacation is going well, by the way, Evie. Is there any woodiness to this? I'm gonna add a note here. Surprising bitter after taste sometimes. And then a little surprise face. Oh my god, oh my god. There is no smokiness or roastiness to this. It's not chocolatey. Earthy? I could say earthy. I might be confusing earthy with woody. I do think there's like a slight bit of woodiness from the green tea itself. I don't really know where they sourced their green tea from, but I do want to say there's like a little bit of a woodiness to this tea, which is very surprising. It gives it a little bit of a complex feeling. I say complex about my teas all the time because I want to feel fancy, but I do think like all the different like flavor notes coming together on this tea have been really nice. It's been very surprising. Mew 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 mew. Welcome in, Yoki. How you doing today? End of the day, these stats are best recorded in the best way you understand it. Oh wait, you're not saying it as like a joke. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, at the end of the day, I do think it's like whatever makes the most sense if I need to explain it to somebody is what will be the best. The problem. I can read my notes and everything, but I have to taste the tea to be able to get in the zone, you know, to go Uncle Iroh mode on them. Ready to go home? Were you finishing up with university or work today? Good job. Otsukaresama deshita. I hope that your what's it called? Your transit? What's it called when you go from point A to point B? Your commute! That's the one. I hope your commute goes well. Also, my like auto exposure and white balance is so scuffed today. Like I don't know why there's like a bluish and greenish tint on my paper, and then my skin is like it doesn't look the way my skin looks in real life. It's very strange. Oh, I did change some settings. I have been trying to pick up some freelance photography work recently. So I've been doing different stuff with my camera. So I think I just changed my white balance. I didn't set it back. You got work. Otsukaresama deshita. Good job with work. I don't think the tea is very savory. Like even when you're drinking it, it's so smooth. Yeah, there's like no savoriness to it. There is a bit of sweetness, but I would not say it's savory. Vegetal. I would say this has like a vegetal kind of feeling. I think the vegetal makes me think of earthy, which makes me think of woody. I think if anything, this is a bit more on the vegetal side than either of the other two. I'll give it like a 3. I'm very surprised about how like veggie-ish it feels. Maybe that's why I think it has like that bitterish flavor too, because like it is sweet, but then like the whatever, the saffron maybe, or the marigold, it brings you back to earth, that you're not drinking like soda or anything super sweet, you know what I mean? It's also very like brave of me to drink a tea without sweetening it. I do appreciate accolades for that. Thank you guys for the hearts. I'll be sending you a heart as well. Can I send a heart without messing it up? Fwah! Heart. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good rest after this week. I know that for people in the United States, you had a 4-day week, so it might have been a little easier than usual, but you still deserve the praise nonetheless. And for those of you who did not have a day off this week, an extra good job to you, because I know that takes that much more effort. There's no maltiness to this. We will not kid ourselves. We are not Maltesers in this house. Sweetness. I don't know. I think the more I drink this tea, the more I'm realizing it's not like super sweet. It has like enough sweetness. This is like sweetness for like a parent or like, you know, a grandma. You give this to like a grandma and she's gonna be like, ah, yabai. Amayo, and you're gonna be like, nah, and she'll be like, and that'll just be the entire interaction. I'll give it a 2 for sweetness. I think it's sweet enough for most people. I think if you're a child, or me, it's not gonna be sweet enough, but that healthy bitter hits. That is true. The feeling of doing something healthy, even if you don't love it in the moment, it hits different when you have like that sufficient amount of separation from it where you can appreciate it. I can agree with that. Week was short, but work accumulated. It's a little too real. I don't like that. You're being a little too real with it, Arya. Oh, but the florals taste so good. This is like a salt. I'm gonna give this a 4 on the florals. Like, I've had this tea before. I don't remember the florals going crazy with it like that. I think it's because I added sweetener to it last time. But now that there's no sweetener and it gives the florals a chance to like stand out more, I am a huge fan. However, do not get it twisted. I will be adding sweetener next time. I just wanted to try this one without sweetener because I remember liking it quite a lot. Herbal and grassy. This is also a solid 3. It definitely has that like grassy like energy. Stone fruit. I don't want to look like I want to look up what are the ingredients for this tea. Hiccup. I do not want to do it midstream. I'll have to look into it later. I'm not going to fill out the berry, citrus, tropical, or stone fruit category because I do think that the undertone of the fruit should be noted with a 1 or a 2 in the appropriate column. It's definitely not citrus. I would not be buying this if it was citrus. I don't think it's a berry either, to be honest, but I can't say that for certain. I'm pretty sure it's either a tropical fruit or a stone fruit. A pear is a stone fruit, right? A pear is a stone fruit, right? Allow me to magic the workload away. Kapow! Kapow! Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Magician Falco. And I'm glad to hear your week was okay. Yeah, I'm sure the losing power might have been a bit of a setback, but I'm glad you could make the most of it. This week was... It demanded some higher levels of perseverance, but we made it through the week, and that's what matters the most. I need to fix my sleep schedule, though. Like, I'm not sleeping well, so I need to fix that. But other than that, yeah, I've just been using, like... Because we started stream a little earlier this week most times, I was able to fit in little sessions at the gym to go for runs and stuff. That was really nice. I think that's what's messing with my sleep schedule. Like, my body is tired, but it doesn't fall asleep until later, so then I don't sleep properly, which is bad, but I'm enjoying just having the energy to do that. I also started another video, so I'm glad I got like a third of the way into that video, so that's pretty good too. No worries, Halen. Have a good day at work. I hope work doesn't go too roughly. That it's nice, easy, and I was gonna say... Have you guys seen Brian, the foreign intern? It was like this one bit that was popular on TikTok and Twitter back in like 2023, 2022. It's one of my favorite vocal stems, and I try not to do it because I know nobody's gonna get it, but I love above a for dinner. Good sleep. Oh man. She's gonna call me the frick back. I'm doing like the fucking movie announcer voice, but it's not the movie announcer voice. It's like some European foreign exchange student working in America kind of voice. I can't do that. Welcome in, Owen. It's nice to have you. Apparently pears aren't stone fruit. I cannot confirm that they are pears. I want to say it's pears, but it could be musket or something else. So I'm not going to finalize the fruit section. However, everything else is more or less finalized. What is this bit? Brian, the foreign exchange intern? You guys have so much to learn about the world. Don't worry, I'm here to teach you guys all about Brian and his good sleep. And he's going to show them that the mathematicals calculate every time, and when they check the mathematicals, they're going to see that the mathematicals mathematicate every time. And you're going to be like, you know what, Taiyou, so true. That's why they hire me to do the big mathematics, okay? They know I can do it. They say no promises to me getting this job full time, but I tell them, I promise you this. If you check them on mathematics, you're going to find out that the mathematics are right every time. Anyway. I can't stop thinking about that, man! I'm in this stupid TikTok filter. Let's pour another cup. Yeah, I don't know if there's any like strong notes I have about this tea. It's just really good. It's just really good. So I think it rides the line of being too sweet and not sweet enough to be considered sweet. Rides line of being too sweet, floral, and not enough. Anyone can appreciate. Yeah, I think this is the kind of tea where, like, if you want to try to get into floral tea, like floral green tea mixes, this is a good one. This is a good one, because, like, I think that the sweetness and the florals are pronounced enough that you notice it, but it's not so strong that it's overwhelming or that it leaves you, like, thinking this is more of X than T, you know? Because I think there are some teas where you drink it and they add so much, like, flavoring or fruits or flowers or whatever, right? They add enough of something else where it overpowers the tea and you don't taste the tea as much. I think that's part of why the grassiness and the vegetal notes are a bit stronger, because they do add some florals and, you know, naturey stuff, florals, but they don't ever add enough that it overpowers the tea. It only adds to it. So I think the tea really rides that line quite well. And like I said, even without any sweetener, it's sweet enough that a sweet tooth aficionado like myself, oh yeah, I think it's sweet. So for most people, I think it's gonna be more than sweet enough. Okay, let's go ahead and start finishing up. I have to get back to work soon, and I have to make a call. Oh god. I think I told you guys this. I had to send my FBI background check to the government for them to be like, yup, this looks good to us, smiley face. And they called me back on that today, and they're like, hey, can you call us? And I'm like, ah, geez. I think I just forgot to send like a signature or something, so they need me to call them, but I have to do that like right after this, so. Yeah, today's stream will probably be quite short relative to the other ones. I usually yip yap much more with you guys, but I'm sure you guys can understand that. The government quite literally calls for Taiyou. And don't worry, in a moment I will be sure to show you guys the sheet so far. The only thing that'll change at the end is I'll probably fill out one of these columns for the fruit flavors, but once I fill that out, I'll go ahead and post a screenshot of it in the Discord as well. Floral! Exclamation point, and then we'll flower here so people know we're serious about it being floral. Yeah, and then let's give it a rating. I keep singing its praises. I think this tea is wonderful, through and through. This is one of my favorite teas, and yet I want to give it a 4. I think it's because I don't like marigold that much. Marigold. I don't really like the marigold all that much. But you know, it's not too bad in this tea. It's just not really one of my favorites. What am I to do with the rating of this tea? Okay, we're gonna start with at least 4 stars, okay? If I say okay twice in one sentence, that's how you know I'm like super committed to it. So it's at least 4 stars. I think the fact that it has marigold in it means it cannot be a 5-star tea for me. I have found that marigold and chamomile are 2 flavors in particular that aesthetically, they are great. Taste-wise, no thank you. I will pass. Cue the freaky emo. I can't. I think I can't stick out my tongue. It's a system. No, that just makes me bleed. Oh my god. Let that be some special fan service for anyone who's here for that. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Unfortunately, the marigold gets in the way of that extra half star. I'm gonna make 5 stars like the highest rank that any this is like an honor if you can get 5 stars. 4.5, you are grazing greatness, but you're not reaching it. If you didn't have marigold and you replace it with like lavender or maybe something else, you could have been there. But no, you did not get the buffet for dinner. I can't stop doing the stims. I'm gonna draw the freaky cat's face though. I'm glad you're fond of that emo, because that emo makes my heart sing. Welcome in, Ashlyn. How are you doing today? And I'm glad you enjoyed this one. Okay, here are the notes so far. Maybe if I can get it in focus. There we go. So 4.5. It's a green tea with floral, and then you can see here the flavor wheel so far. Once we figure out what exact fruit is inside of this, I'll fill out that last portion, that last quadrant. But yeah, I think this tea definitely has like a lot of strong flavors, which is really nice. One of the things I noticed about Harney tea, it definitely is not that strong in any of the profiles. Like we do have a couple that stood out to me. Like the Mickey Mouse tea had a super strong aroma. Like the fact that it was a black tea mixed with very strong flavors made its like linger, body, balance, and aroma stand out quite a lot. It's out of focus. Diddly dang. You're stealing my handwriting. You can have my handwriting. I am not very fond of it. How do I make it focus again? Aw, jeez. Hello. Hello. There we go. But yeah, I do think Marigold, it's kind of flat, and I think that like the flavor profile of Marigold, it almost like desaturates other flavors. You know what I mean? Like you add Marigold to make other flavors not so strong. And I don't think that's unreasonable for cooking. I think sometimes you do want that because some flavors can be overpowering when it comes to cooking. So you might add herbs and spices and florals to offset that. But when I'm drinking tea, I personally like stronger flavors, so I think that's probably why I don't like Marigold and chamomile too. But welcome, National. I hope you had a great week. It's nice to have you. It's been a bit. Ohisashiburi da ne, minna. Yeah, I'm super excited for the tea tasting we're doing at the end of the month. I don't know if YouTube ever shows upcoming streams that are like way far out in advance, but we do have a community tea tasting coming up at the end of the month. We're all going to try to drink the same tea so we can all make notes about how we feel about that tea. If you can't get that tea in your region, which I totally understand, you can totally get something similar, like any other jasmine green tea. And I'd super love to be able to drink that with you guys. How many types of tea are there? All I know is black tea, milk tea, white tea. Milk tea is just milk added to black tea usually. There's white, black, oolong, which has like a million different variations. Matcha, which is a variation of green tea, herbal teas, fruit teas. Let's see, there's also pu'ers. Pu'ers? I don't know how to say that one. Apparently there's yellow teas. There's red tea. There's rooibos tea, which some people consider the same as red tea. I don't really have an opinion on that. But yeah, there's definitely a couple, and then within green tea, there's like different kinds of green tea too, so it really depends on how in-depth you want to go based on like types of tea. But yeah, I think that's a fun thing about tea, that the more involved you get, the more things you find out about tea, and about yourself too. You learn a bit about what kind of things you like by drinking different teas. A festival of flavors. I don't know if I would say a festival. I don't need like a bunch of different flavors, I just want the flavors to be strong. Oh my god, I forgot we did this. The stupid little, like, cool S that you do in elementary school. Good times. Please focus. Please focus. Oh no. I don't know why it's so slow about focusing back and forth from near to far. I need to figure that out. But yeah, we're just about to wrap up today's lunchtime tea tasting. I know it was a bit short, but I have to go back to being probed by the government. I always enjoy drawing the S. Drawing the S, especially like in the middle of, like, you finish a test early, you know, all the other kids in the class are still doing their test, you feel like kind of a boss, and then you draw the cool S on like the back of your desk or like on your desk so that the next kid who sits down there will see it. You feel like a fucking... I don't know. You feel like you have the world in the palm of your hand if you have that cool S and you establish your turf with it. Yeah, you got it. You got the world the palm of your hand at that point. I love the Cool S. I used to fully shade it after the exams. I did not shade my Cool S. I knew my place in life, okay? I knew I can draw the Cool S, but if I try to get fancy with it, if I try to get cute with it, that Cool S is gonna get toasted. It is not gonna be cool anymore. People are gonna be like, who ruined this work of art? And I'm gonna have to be like, oh guys, that was me, I'm sorry. And then you lose your Cool S card. I cannot be losing my Cool S card, okay? That's all I have going for me in life. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this cup and then we'll wrap it up. I keep saying that, but that's because I keep realizing there's more tea to drink. But yeah, thank you guys for spending time with me. Thank you guys for admiring my Cool S, and thank you guys for letting me do another entry in the 33 Leagues of Tea, a pocket tea tasting journal that we started on June 1st. I can't believe we started this 3 months ago. From Cool S to Cooked S? You can't do that to me. It's true, but you can't just do that to me. That's messed up. Oh, we had something going on. But yeah, thank you guys for being my lunchtime entertainment too. Soredewa Kyomo Otsutayo. And with that, today's stream is over. Good job today, everyone. Whether your day is over or wrapping up, or maybe it just got started. Who am I to say? Good job with making it through the week so far, and I hope that today wraps up nice and easy for you. Learn from your grandpa. That's a nice bonding experience. IMO. Can I do that? Can I do that? I can never do it right. I can't. Oh, I did it! No, I didn't. It's offset. Ah, my head is covering it. Otsu Taiyou. Bye bye. Mata ne. Should I be waving like this? I feel like I'm. Fwa, 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 fwa. Just throwing, instead of dollar bills, just tea leaves onto you guys. Okay, bye bye everyone. I gotta get back to work and call the FBI. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. We might. I want to do a YouTube ASMR stream. Maybe tonight or tomorrow I'll do that. We'll see. Okay. Now, bye bye. For real. And if you check my Math on the Mac cat, I'm not gonna be the foreign exchange intern anymore. I'm back to being cool Taiyou who drinks tea. That was I like to imagine that's who I am, at least. Bye bye.